Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Stacker.News Live. My name's Carl with my BFF, Keyan. Keyan, how was your week?
Hi, my week was good. Yep, things were happening. Many things. I just put a new piece of nicotine gum in. I'm ready to go.
Dang.
For this weekend. How about you, Car?
You're ready to go, you said.
That's right.
Why do you say you're ready to go? Why'd you say you're ready to go?
What?
Why'd you say you're ready to go?
Because we're about to do a podcast. And so I wanted to indicate to both you and anyone who hasn't already stopped watching because of how poor this first segment went that I'm ready for it. I'm prepared.
See, you're supposed to keep stalling until...
I'm not a professional podcaster, so I don't know how this works.
I'm always like doing this in the beginning, and then you're supposed to keep stalling just long enough to when I look up, and then I do this, and then you say, how's your week, Car? And then I go, it's fantastic, Keyan. We're doing all this amazing stuff this week, and then we talk.
I didn't realize
this
is a performance review.
That's how that goes.
This is a performance review for my boss.
That's funny. No, it's been good. Dude, I feel like I've been on a media blitz this week.
You've been on a what?
A media blitz this week.
A media what?
A media blitz.
Oh.
I was on Bitcoin News on Monday. I was on Green Candle on Monday. Then we had an early days episode that got released. We'll talk about later. Then we just did a lightning lounge with Lightning Ventures. And then that just happened here on Friday. And what else happened?
Why are you on a media blitz? Are you promoting?
Because we're promoting Startup Day Yucatan. That's happening in Meridia.
Where's that?
That's in the Yucatan.
But where's the Yucatan? Like what part of Mexico?
It's in Mexico.
I know.
Apparently it's like right next to the water.
Okay, but right Mexico is all next to water. Except
let's
part that isn't.
Let's Google it. Let's see if we can find it.
The Yucatan is, I believe, eastern Mexico.
I think it's right here. Look.
Yeah. Okay.
There it goes. It's all this.
Yeah. So it's Cancun.
So we're over here, Austin. We're gonna go right here.
You guys should call it. You guys should have called it Startup Day Cancun.
Cancun?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody would have showed up for that. They've been like, these guys just want to go party.
No, but that's exactly why people show. That's why people go to conferences. I don't know if you've been to them, but
no, it's a Startup Day Yucatan, and it's gonna be in Meridia, which is this one right here, and then we're gonna go to the beach Progreso. But yeah, it's gonna take place here. There's gonna be pyramids and stuff.
When is it?
October 10th.
Okay, October. Well, it's coming up soon.
It's very soon. Yeah, me and Francisco are freaking out a little bit. Yeah, if you head over to, let me see if I can go there. You can go to Startup. Is it Startup Day? Yeah, it's Startup Day. If you go here to Startup Day and to the this website, if you go here, boom, 40 days left.
Wow, that's so soon. How much are you charging people?
We're not charging that much actually compared to other conferences. We're not charging that much. So let me see. Yeah, it's $299 and then it's $199 if you're a local. So not that much.
Okay,
yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Look, we even have.
I saw the video. Yeah,
look at that. It's right there.
It's pretty cool. What are you excited? What are you excited about with the conference? Like,
I'm excited because we got Francisco doing the keynote. We have Runster doing the closing presentation. That's gonna be awesome. We got Jippy with some announcement. Cascader. We're gonna have some more announcements. We got the Muzzmen showing up. We got Topher Scott. We got T. We got Quentin there. We got so many people. Wesley. I mean, we're gonna be adding more. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, you're still booking speakers.
We're still booking everything. We even have places that accept Bitcoin there too. Look at that.
Oh, cool. You guys did that? Do they? I
think they're going to be, I don't know if I can say this yet, but I think they're going to be taking something related to something that's getting announced there. I can't say.
That was completely unhelpful.
I can't announce it. I want to ruin somebody's announcement.
Surprised. Did you guys invite Max to speak? like have like a VC
Oh, I
panel.
didn't even think about that.
I don't know why
I
Francisco
mean,
wouldn't have. He's
I
an
mean,
investor.
I don't know. I don't know.
He
Maybe he
spent a lot of
should.
time in Mexico.
Look, we got
So.
Stacker.News as a sponsor. Look at that.
Oh,
We
I
got
didn't.
we got Report Indigo.
I did not.
They're a media. We got Bitcoin News, Bitcoin Beach. Yeah, look at that. Yopaki, Green Candle. It's the whole thing, Keyan. You're invited too if you want to come speak. But I know you don't leave your office. So.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what's going on in October. Maybe I'll come. I told Francisco.
Oh, really?
We'll see. I don't know.
Dang, dude, that'd be awesome if you come.
Yeah, I have to kind of figure out my life, but yeah,
I
that
mean,
might be
dude, that would
interesting.
be big if you come. I never invite you anymore because you're always like, eh.
I like getting invited. So if you
If I
don't mind, if you
formally
don't
invite,
mind me saying no to things, please invite me to things. I love saying
okay,
no. I love being invited, and
Keyan,
I don't like saying I don't enjoy
formally,
saying
I'm
no, but I like.
formally inviting you to come speak and present at the
I
Yucatan.
probably won't go, but thanks. But
See,
we'll see. I don't know.
Stackers.
I wouldn't want to speak.
If you never see this crazy show before, called Stacker News Live, we cover the top front page of Bitcoin every week on Stacker.News. We got Wumble doing all the clips. He's going through our old clips because we're going to be doing a DVD release by TabConf, is what we agreed on. We're going to do the first 100 episodes. It's going to be a DVD release. So he's going through all our old videos and he's clipping them, and we're going to make a montage.
I mean, why don't we just go real odd and go like mini disc? We don't do a DVD. We do a mini disc.
He did ask me. He's like, "Are you sure you want to do a DVD release?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think it's cool. We'll have a digital release, I'm sure too, but like, I don't know. I think a DVD release makes sense." And then yeah. So you're gonna see some old clips show up. You'll see them, and then yeah, check it out. Hit subscribe. Do all that kind of stuff.
How's our David Bailey podcast clip doing?
Oh, I invited him to the conference, by the way.
Oh, did he say? What did he say?
He never responded back.
Oh,
Hey man, I kept my word.
okay. Well,
it's doing pretty good. Let's jump into the top 5 stories of the week. The number 5 top story of the week is home Bitcoin mining, the real solar boom and national security. This is from, what is that? Broccoli? Broccoli, 11 comments, 11,700 sets. Keyan, what's
definitely
this?
not broccoli. You forget your glasses again?
Yeah.
It's too cold. Too cool.
Is that what that says?
That's what that says. It's like a really poor spelling of too cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I don't know exactly who this was intended for. I think they mentioned me in another place where they were planning on sending it to friends, but it seemed like it was sort of like it concludes by saying that government should support Bitcoin mining by like having tax incentives such that we get more Bitcoin. They get more Bitcoin miners because it helps with decentralizing the grid and like building up a resilient energy grid. Also helping with like green energy. Basically, like incentivize their citizens to kind of provide their own power for themselves.
Wait. Say that again. You said government should tax Bitcoin miners?
No, should give Bitcoin miners tax incentives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They already do that in Texas, don't they?
I actually don't know, but that's kind of how this concludes. But a lot of it before is talking about the diversity of like energy sources that Bitcoin miners use and how it is often a very like a green seeking power consumer, and how Bitcoin miners are an alternative to batteries, and how bad batteries are for the environment. Comes at it from like sort of a energy resilience perspective and a environmental perspective. And then, I think it is a pretty, I didn't even consider that if I were like a small country or even a state that I might have like self-interest in convincing my citizenry to Bitcoin mine more, that it might serve me as a politician or a person who cares about my country or state to mine more. And I thought it was a pretty well laid out argument, and it has lots of citations so that they're just not just making stuff up. It seemed like they were prepared to like really share this with maybe like a local council person or something.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. This is actually, I don't want to dox the person, but this is a stacker who we've covered, who writes on Stacker.News occasionally.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds great. What the top comments say? We got from Hasher Stacker said, solo miner found a block. Better check if it was my bidaxe. Cool. I really got nothing to say.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Check it out, Stackers, if you want to know more information about home Bitcoin mining, the real solar boom, and national security. Yeah. Also, I ran into Parker this afternoon. He's doing a Bitcoin mining podcast, so definitely check that out.
Oh, he started one, or he's
been doing one, and
oh,
he was telling me about it today. So
what's it called?
Parker Lewis Bitcoin mining podcast, I think.
Really? That's like what you'd name it if you were
just check it out. It's on TFTC's
naming
network.
it on a show like this.
I mean, it's Parker Lewis of Bitcoin mining. He knows it really well, so just check it out. It's on TFTC. So
oh, okay. So it's like
maybe Scoresby can drop it in.
Does TFTC turn it into a production company like that? Like a podcast network type?
I don't know, but if it's Parker talking about mining, it's going to be good. So
yeah, I like listening to Parker.
But check it out.
Yeah,
if you're interested in all that stuff.
Kind of like a sailor, where I feel like he's easy listening, you know?
Definitely. The next top story is, do you see this in your country? Grocery stores price items to confuse shoppers. This is Signal 312, 27 comments, 1,752 sats. Keyan.
We just lost the 2 remaining listeners that we have.
Why is there so much ground beef?
I don't think that's what this post is about. This post is about how
it's a lot of ground beef, dude.
It is a lot of ground beef.
Look, Ted, look at this ground beef, dude. Why is there so much ground beef? Dang, that's a lot of ground. There's a lot of ground beef. Oh, is that what that says?
Bitcoiners.
What does molita mean?
Oh no.
Ground beef catchers.
Undisciplined. If you're listening to this, what does molita mean? Garden, that means meat. Molita. Oh, maybe that's ground.
That makes sense.
Meat grounded.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Are you done?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're doing.
With the show?
Well, with...
Are you not entertained? I'm just kidding. Dude, $42 for a 10-pound ground beef? I'm not paying those prices. All right, go for it, Keyan. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So Signal 312, I guess, went into their local Walmart and noticed that...
this is Walmart.
This is at Walmart. This is why you have quantities
Shame.
like this. Have you never bought a round of beef?
I would never buy ground beef from Walmart. Shame.
Where do you buy ground beef from?
I wouldn't buy from Walmart.
Oh.
Would you?
Yeah, why not?
Ted, would you buy a ground beef from Walmart?
Well, what's wrong with Walmart's ground beef?
Everything. Jump on the mic, Ted. Jump on the mic, please. Thank you.
I'll just talk about steak in general, which is I used to get steak from Walmart, salmon, everything else, and then I went to the other store. Now they're very biased because this is a butcher who, you know, like they're trying to sell me more expensive cut of steak. So, you know, considering that, he said basically everything that you would not want to eat, like all the bad things you've heard about factory farming, obviously
is delivered to Walmart.
Like Walmart is the worst of the worst in terms of most mass production, eating corn instead of grass. That screws up the digestive system. It's coming from overseas. It's coming from Brazil and other places versus locally. And they're all doing this for economies of scale and everything else. So
it's the worst of the worst.
It's the worst of the worst. Exactly.
Yeah, but not necessarily the worst of the worst in terms of your health, unless you believe that factory farming equates to poor health for you.
Well, I believe that their cost, like they're trying to optimize for cost.
Yes.
So
which is dangerous.
Kind of believe that probably is like, I just sort of believe that that's not always in line with, you know, what's most healthy. When it comes to things like corn, like I don't really mind GMO because it's bigger. And like, I don't think that it's always at odds, but it seems to me like it can't always be aligned. The cost optimization and the health optimization.
Okay, no, that makes a lot of sense. Incentives might be especially misaligned somewhere like Walmart, and that's the basis of making that decision, rather than you once found a children's shoe in a thing of ground beef you got from Walmart.
No, but one time I bit into a burger and there was a
Mm.
sharp metal screw in my burger.
I believe it.
Yeah, I bit into it.
I believe it.
I was fine.
What do you think about HEB? Because you haven't been here that long in Texas.
We have them in Colorado.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What do you think about HEB?
Great. No,
I think
HEB.
HEB is great. I think their food is great.
But I don't really know. You know, you just go
Yeah.
in, you kind of trust. This is the problem with all the institutions breaking down, is that we're like losing our ability to trust. That if I go into the store and has XYZ certification, well, now I'm like, those are all bullshit. They're probably,
Yeah.
it's probably even worse just because it has the
Well,
certification.
from what Johnny tells me that HEB's legit. From what Johnny tells me.
I trust Johnny.
Yeah, I trust Johnny too. I'd rather buy it from Johnny's shop though, from what he tells me. So
It'd be nice if us as consumers didn't have to go through all this work to like verify, like I can't be a food expert and also a self-defense expert and also a, you know, legal expert. I can't be all these things. Right.
we
So-
kind of have to because of the
Yeah.
boomers.
Oh, it's the boomers?
I mean, is it not the boomers' fault?
It's ever. I mean,
I mean,
it's
tell it,
natural.
Ted. I mean, tell it, Ted.
I wouldn't blame it on the boomers.
I
would
mean,
just say
who else
it's a
fault is it?
natural-
Who else fault is it?
I think it's just a natural, like emergent complexity or emergent thing that happens in societies, that they rise and they become more complex and then they kind of simplify. When they're more complex, you can rely on the institutions. And then on the opposite, you become more automatized. You take more responsibility on yourself. So it's not really, I think the boomers kind of rode that last tail end.
Yeah,
It
they
seems like-
benefited. Yeah.
I don't think they wrote it. They're still on it.
Yeah, they're up there, but they're kind of like they're over the cliff and still running like that.
No, they're not getting off that cliff. They're well positioned to stay on that cliff.
Well, yeah, but Bitcoin just deleted the ground.
Well, we'll see.
I think they're coming down.
Are they?
I mean, Jimmy seems to think that the dollar is going to stay around. I don't think the dollar is going to last. I think all that stuff is going to come down. And
You think the dollar will stay around?
Save it. Okay.
It increases the chance that the dollar remains relatively strong.
Strong dollar, strong boomer. That's what was what we're thinking.
at least in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
Right.
Strong boomer, strong dollar. Okay, so maybe strong dollar, strong boomer, strong Bitcoin, strong lower generation class.
Strong money, strong men, strong society, or strong men to topple society.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. All right,
By
what's this
healthy
post
people.
about, Keyan?
Jesus. I feel like I'm in like, I don't know, like a car daydream right now, where it's just like we're going from one thing to another.
Got to keep the show interesting.
Oh, yeah. So Signal 312 goes to their local Walmart and looks at the ground beef and is sort of upset by how the unit price differing between like a higher quantity roll of ground beef versus a lower quantity roll of ground beef doesn't match. And so on the lower quantity roll of ground beef, the 5 pounds, they see $4.99 per pound. But when they go to the 10-pound roll, it's the unit price is in ounces for some reason, which is not helpful to anyone. You would think that if Walmart cared about informing you about prices, they would try to communicate to you in the most effective way, which in this case is probably the per pound price. That's the price that I personally remember when I'm trying to buy meat for cheap, is like, how is this fluctuating over time? Is it on sale? Whatever. So for some reason, they're like obscuring it, the price of the 10-pound roll with the per ounce price, which might be just like a programmatic thing that they're messing up, or they're trying to figure something out. But they say they see that over and over again.
Where they're doing two different things? Or
Yeah, where there's just like, for whatever reason, the unit price is messed up, or like not confusing, or at the very, it's like not even consistent. You'd expect it to be consistent. So there's something that's causing them to be inconsistent. And maybe Walmart has some logic where it's like, if something is priced over this, you price it per the smaller unit, or if I don't know. I don't know what the reason behind it, but they say it also occurs in eggs. If you go to eggs, you'll pay, sometimes see the unit price is per egg, and then sometimes it's per dozen. But they kind of hint at,
Maybe it's the wholesale price. Maybe that's because it's based on their pallet. Maybe like how much they're buying it for.
yeah, maybe if you have a very large quantity item, like a 10-pound roll, they think that people want to see the per ounce, and that's like,
Well, maybe it's based off of what their unit cost is, maybe, in their system.
maybe that's how they think of it. Maybe for the 5-pound roll, they pay something that isn't per ounce.
Yeah, maybe they're paying. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing.
That's a fair estimation.
Maybe they're just passing on the same unit price that they're paying per pound. I don't know.
No, that could be it. I suspect there's something like that, where I don't see a reason why they do this intentionally. But
yeah, I don't think they're like trying to be nefarious or anything. They're too busy for that.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, it could be something. It's definitely confusing. I mean, even on Amazon, when I buy stuff, I get kind of upset.
Yeah, I definitely think they're just too busy for that. I think it's more has to do with like just their ordering system.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's all just automated.
So Signal asks other stackers if they see this themselves.
Yeah, what did they say?
Yes, some people do see it, mostly because of like difference between American units and European ones, and then Optimism says that when they were in Europe, it's a lot easier because everything is just base 10, which is nice. I always forget how many ounces there are in a pound, for instance.
I mean, I know like at HEB, you can literally just go up to the meat department and just ask them. I've done that before, like at the deli, where I'll ask them between the prices after I taste the meat. That's why I love HEB.
Oh, they let you taste meat?
Yeah, dude. You never do that?
Can you take them a ribeye?
Do you go to HEB, or which one do you go to? Oh, you go to Central. You look like a Whole Foods dude. You go to Whole Foods, don't you?
I think I'm closest to Whole Foods, but I have gone to HEB.
Yeah, I like going to HEB because like you can talk to people and like taste the food.
You can taste a ribeye though. You can take a
no, but like you can go to like the deli section, like when you're buying like deli and cheese and stuff, and then you can taste the meat, and then you can ask them about the prices and stuff.
HEB's beef though, I find not great relative.
Oh, you mean like the actual? Oh, you mean like the raw meat and stuff?
Yeah, if I'm buying raw meat, which is usually the main thing I go to the grocery store for.
I mean, I mainly do tacos anyway, so I usually just use it. I don't really make steaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what do you put in your tacos?
I'm more of a taco guy.
Yeah, but what do you put in? You have meat in your tacos, right?
Yeah, I use beef stew meat for tacos.
Oh, okay. That you stew yourself, or you?
No, there's this thing called like beef stew meat, and that's what I use for tacos. And then I just like dice it up, and then that's what I use for tacos.
Oh, you can buy it from them already cooked, and you buy.
No, it's called like you go to HEB. It's called beef stew meat,
and it's raw. So it's
raw.
So you cook it,
and then I dice it up even more to like make some really good tacos.
Okay, so you're buying like a chuck roast, which is cut up into beef stew cubes, or
no, it's like on the package. It says like beef stew meat.
I know, but that cut of beef that they're turning into beef stew meat is usually like
oh, is it?
Yeah, it has like it's a particular part of the cow that has a name.
Oh,
so
okay.
Oftentimes it's it's like a chuck roast, or it's some other kind of roast, like a London broil. Yeah. Usually leaner meat. Anyway.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually do that, or I get some like chicken and dice it up.
Okay. Well,
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Good stuff. What's this? What does this mean?
I don't know, but it looks like Arnold.
Is that Arnold Schwarzenegger?
It is.
Wow, I never saw him with that haircut. Is this Running Man Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't know. It's definitely a younger Arnold than today, for sure. Anyways.
Yeah. Good post. Got me thinking. The next one is Tether Fun Unbelievable Details Part 3. Yeah, 3. This is from Scoresby, 14 comments, 12,000 sats. What's this, Keyan?
Yeah, so Scoresby is doing this series on Tether, kind of covering them from their inception all the way until this most recent post, which ends roughly, I think, around 2021. But this is like roughly the period from 2016 to I think late 2020, early 2021. A lot of this period of time is like the last bull market, and or the bull market before last, like the 2017 run up. A lot of it is dedicated to a chapter in Tether's history where they are struggling to find banking partners. And in this case, they end up using one banking partner that has like a bunch of sub entities, but mostly goes by Crypto Capital Corporation. And it turns, long story short, Crypto Capital Corporation is sort of a fraud. Tether doesn't have any contracts with them, but they are banking through them, like giving them their customers fiat. Tether and Bitfinex are banking through them and giving them their customers fiat, expecting their customers to be able to take out withdrawals and put in deposits to get Tether and exchange money in and out. Eventually, what ends up happening is the Crypto Capital Corporation, they end up getting their assets frozen, I believe, first in Portugal, but then in a bunch of other countries where they also stored money under different entity names. And then, Tether tries to get their money back, struggles to get their money back, doesn't really. It turns out that the people that they were banking with were not honest and ended up stealing a lot of it. One of the main characters ended up getting, I think in Poland, ended up getting imprisoned for basically stealing like $800 million from Bitfinex and Tether. I don't know what happened. I don't know what ended up happening to the money, if they got it back or whatever. Anyway, this is all the detail of that, if you're into those kinds of things. But apparently during this period of time, it was very hard for crypto companies to have any kind of legitimate bank account. And so it sounds like what a lot of them did was outsource to entities like this. So most of us have heard of Brock Pierce, and he was, I think, somewhat of a banking partner involved in Tether around this period of time, although it doesn't seem to have gotten caught up in this kind of stuff. But if you were Tether during this period of time, or any sort of exchange, you probably had trouble getting US bank accounts. And so you'd end up sort of outsourcing to like a payment processor like entity, like Crypto Capital Corporation. And they would create companies in other countries or states and then create bank accounts, and then would sort of abstract that into being your payment processor. And so if any one of those kind of banks got shut, or those accounts got shut down, they could still process your payments. That's what it roughly sounds like, is like there is some like shell game going on to kind of hide that an exchange was using US bank accounts. And then eventually those countries or the United States get wise to basically being a Tether bank account, and they freeze funds or shut them down or whatever. And that's this kind of saga. But you can see like the juxtaposition between Tether informing their customers that they have all the funds, they're all there, they're backed, they're fully secured, and transcripts that have been released of Tether and Bitfinex executives asking Crypto Capital Corporation that for their money back, because they really need it, because they can't get money to their customers. It seems like there was a bit of a crunch on Tether and Bitfinex during this period of time, where it seemed like they, as a result of this banking freezing failure type of thing, this robbery, that they might have gone out of business. But they somehow recovered from it. And part of that was, I think, Tether loaned Bitfinex money. Yeah. Tether made a loan, like a $700 million loan to Bitfinex. Whether that was those tethers were printed being backed by something is, not something I think anyone definitively knows, although, fudsters would say that it wasn't one, those tethers weren't backed. Anyway, there's a bunch of detail in here that I'm struggling to cover. But Scoresby did a great job of covering it all. I'm looking forward to like where we like as we get closer to the modern day. But I did miss a lot of the detail.
We're not
here.
even to the modern day yet.
No.
Wow.
Well, I mean, this is like a decade. Tether's been around for over a decade, so I think maybe roughly exactly a decade. But it looks like it was, hard. If we consider Tether as winning today and being free and clear, it was a hard fought win.
What would you say you've like learned from all this? Just like reading through, because you've probably read all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would you say you've learned reading through all this? Because I haven't read this one. I read the first one really thoroughly, and it read like a novel.
Yeah.
I read the second one a little bit, and then it was just like, yeah, it was like The Creature from Jekyll Island. I didn't read this one at all because I was just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. My cup is full on this kind of stuff. After a while, the darkness just gets too overwhelming for me, and I need light.
I see.
Yeah, because
yeah,
my cup is full. But like, for you, you like this kind of stuff because
my cup is empty.
No, it's just like you're the type of person that can go in that and like can come out the other side and still be like, oh hey Car, what's going on? like nothing.
I didn't see this as that. I didn't even see this as that dark. It did read like a thriller, like a like a con man kind of thriller, because especially on the part of their banking partners who were like lying to them about what was going on. My general takeaway from all three parts so far is mostly how hard it is to be a Bitcoin company innovating. So it's really, if you're a Bitcoin company that's just doing what everyone else has done and just like fought and like a Tether of the world has already laid out the pathway for you to getting there. It's pretty easy. But if you're the first stable coin, these are the details of how much crap you have to go through. And, it seems like possibly even Tether wasn't being honest at points. Like that's how hard it was for them, is that they maybe had to end up sort of fudging or misleading, misrepresenting things. I don't know exactly. No one really knows, but
like, I guess the question I have for you then, like, but why would you do that for fiat though?
For fiat?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean for fiat?
Because you just said it right now, like you're trying to be the first stable coin.
Yeah, I sense that they thought it was good for. I think there's a lot of in here. There's a lot of conversations with Giancarlo, who transcripts from conversations with him. He's talking about the effect that Tether having problems or Bitfinex having problems will have on the entire crypto industry. So I think Tether's view is that they are assisting the whole crypto economy. Like they are they are a key player, propping it up, helping it move along. I think, and that it shows in a lot of their actions how supportive they seem to generally be of, the broader ecosystem, especially Bitcoin stuff and other privacy stuff. Is like they're almost like siphoning money out of the fiat system and trying to put in either they're like guilt washing the profits back into Bitcoin, or or it's just like a side effect or like a hobby. I don't know.
So, I mean, is it fair to say that they wanted to be the money printer for the crypto industry?
I think they just saw an opportunity for probably a problem that a lot of their customers had, where they couldn't get access to US dollars but wanted them. And they found a way that they could provide them to those customers, and then they ran with it, and it just kind of, snowballed into being what it is. It's just like the product market fit was insane, and they just kind of followed it along. They went along for the ride.
Yeah, so it just kind of goes back to my original, when we covered this the first time, was just like it feels like a modern day era Federal Reserve, like a version of it, I guess, like a new version of the Federal Reserve.
It's more to me, the Federal Reserve is like there's too many layers there. It's more like a JP Morgan-y type of story. Like, a private bank, a massive private bank emerging in the modern era,
Around crypto and Bitcoin.
facilitated by new technologies that
Yeah.
the old banking system would not adopt. That's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, they're definitely going to write a.
They're definitely going to what?
They're definitely going to make a Netflix movie out of this. They're going to come to Stacker.News and they're going to interview Scoresby.
I'm sad there's no one who's been sharing any of this stuff. Maybe.
Oh, dude, they can't, dude. Like, I bet you, I don't know if you still run analytics on Stacker.News or whatever, and you could see how many views this particular post has gotten, but I would imagine it's probably gotten a lot of views.
No, we've been watching it. They haven't been. That's the thing is like stackers have been looking at them a lot, but we haven't seen them get shared very widely.
Yeah, because this is the thing that you're not supposed to talk about, Keyan.
Maybe I think maybe it's just like the information is too intense, and it is sort of hard to look at. Because it's like looking in the mirror, and you realize
you're not supposed to talk
gained
about
a lot of weight or something.
You're not supposed to talk about this. This is the stuff that, like, in the Bitcoin space, you're not supposed to talk about like a few things, and this is one of them. It's like the like you can talk about it at meetups. It's really the thing that you're supposed to be like. It's like you have a family, and you have those deep dark secrets in your family, and it's the stuff that maybe you and your sister talk about, but you don't talk about it with the rest of your family, or maybe you and your younger brother talk about, but you don't talk about. You know what I mean? It's like kind of one of those things where like you don't talk about it with the rest of your family. You talk about it with maybe like a couple of your siblings. It's like one of those things. It's like you don't talk about it with the whole.
Why wouldn't you? Why don't you talk about it?
It's like one of those. It's like one of those like family secrets.
No, but I get it. But like in this, I'm getting back to more of the concrete thing of Tether. Why wouldn't I tell this to another Bitcoiner? Like, what's the reason for the person who doesn't want to tell this to another Bitcoiner?
I think it's just kind of what we just talked about earlier. Like it's like what kind of like what you said. It's one of those things that's a very kind of it drums up a lot of possibly finger pointing things. There's just a lot of things there that could, possibly get certain people in a lot of. I don't want to say these words because I don't want to be that guy that people are like, oh, did you hear what Carr said on Stacker.News Live? Can you believe he said that? I don't want to be that guy, Keyan. Quit making me be that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
Oh, so you're the guy who's not talking about it now. Are you playing that guy?
No, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that says, "Can you believe Carr said that on Stacker.News Live about that?" Because I don't want to be that guy. Like, let the thing speak for itself. But this is why people don't talk about this stuff, is because you're not supposed to talk about it.
You're not supposed to give Bitcoin negative press.
You're not supposed to talk about this stuff.
You're not supposed to give the ecosystem.
You can talk about it if you want to go on the record talking about this stuff. But
I've already been talking about it. I just don't even understand this.
No, I'm getting upset because like you're trying to get me to say something that's salacious, and I'm telling you like I don't want to talk about it because this is the stuff that you're not supposed to talk about. I'm trying to giving you like a thing that's very similar in a family. Like when you're in a family, there's certain things that you're not supposed to talk about because it's like a deep family secret. Do you know what that is?
Of course.
Okay. This is one of those things in Bitcoin you're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah, but I just don't understand. Like in a family, you don't talk about those things because you don't want to like maybe hurt someone's feelings, or you don't want to.
But we're live. We're live to the internet.
So I'm just wondering if
it's like we're live to the internet, broadcasting to everybody at home, Keyan. Like you wouldn't disclose that to your entire family. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So by us talking about this is also that too. Like this is one of those things where you don't want to talk about these things, and I don't want to go on the record saying things that are going to get me or Pleb Lab in trouble. So you can talk about it wearing a Stacker.News hat and say
you're repeating yourself. And
okay.
I'm trying to make a.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to say something. So I'm just trying to. So you don't have to say anything. I'm not asking you to say anything. I'm just trying to understand something. So is this? So we have the analogy of the family, and the family has secrets, and only some of the family members know them and talk about them. And so they know them and they only know them and talk about them because they don't want to hurt someone's feelings, maybe, or they don't want they know some of those family members have like loose lips, and that other people hear about what's going on in their family, and they don't want other people to hear about what's going on in their family. But there are like many reasons why a family might keep a secret like that, and it might be sort of self-contained in a small group. I'm just wondering like what the reasoning here would be with regard to Tether, because as far as I can tell, there's nothing like that here that is that bad. All of it is like, this is all public information, and I don't see who this does harm to. Like, this is a story of Tether kind of taking on a very hard path and succeeding, and maybe making some sacrifices along the way and doing some things that are sort of illicit, I guess, or dishonest. I don't really know. No one knows. But like that's it at worst. But they're well beyond that. It's like they've kind of time served. I don't know what would happen if it doesn't seem like anything bad would happen to this being out there now. That's kind of my point. It's like, I don't get it. Why wouldn't we talk about it, other than it's like maybe boring and like maybe is bad for Bitcoin's price? Like those are the only reasons why I can see why people wouldn't talk about it.
Well, you asked me like, why is it being shared? And I just told you why it's not being shared.
I know, but I'm trying to understand the why behind that why. Like, it's not enough for me to say that. When you say like people don't want to talk about it, it's like, why don't they want to talk about it? That's my.
Yeah, and I'm not going to give you that salacious like reason. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I get what you're getting.
Yeah, because I could give you that, but I'm not going to give you that today.
I see. Because I think I've heard.
I could say that. I could say these things, but I'm not going to do that, because it's just like, it's not worth it. It's like, let somebody else say it.
Yeah, I think
I already got in enough trouble this summer.
there are people in the
more trouble.
There are people in the lab who are a little more conspiracy minded, and they think that like that what happens when you talk about Tether like this is Tether's like connected and does like nefarious things, like murder their critics, and people who talk about these things are putting themselves at physical risk.
I don't know. You ready?
I just
go to the next topic.
I just don't know if I buy it.
Go to the topic. Next one.
They don't seem like that. Yeah.
Okay. The next one is, I tipped a magician in Bitcoin. This is from Kepford. 21 comments, 1,725 sats. Keyan, what's this? It's magic.
Yeah. So Kepford went to San Francisco, and I guess they were on Pier 39, which I believe is Fisherman's Wharf. I actually might be getting that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like it's a tourist place you go. It's like the first time you go
to there before.
Yeah. Anyone who's been to San Francisco likely went to Pier 39. Fisherman's
Some of the nicest people are over there, the workers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that definitely probably make a great living on the pier there. Yeah, you can see seals, and
they have good seafood there too.
Yeah, everyone tells you to have
you seafood and you eat it.
Clam chowder in a bread bowl. That's kind of your.
They have like oysters. Yeah.
The Wax Museum is near there.
I've never been to that.
Yeah, it's nice and creepy. It's exactly how you'd expect it.
Yeah, I remember fishing. It's a very cool place.
Anyway, he was there, and there was a street performer doing magic. And I guess they do like a full magic show, is what it sounds like. And they do it for free, on spec. Like, they just do the show, and then they ask you for donations after the fact. And I guess this musician was willing to accept Bitcoin, because Kepford said once he finished, he said he accepts Cash App, Venmo, and Bitcoin. And I guess he was very.
Oh, cool.
He repeated Bitcoin several times, like as if he preferred it as the means of payment. And so Kepford,
he really liked to get one Bitcoin.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what you should do.
So do we all.
21, get 21 Bitcoin. Don't just score for one, get 21.
It's a lot of Bitcoin.
You can get there.
Anyway, so Kepford tipped him in Bitcoin. I was kind of curious whether he was using Lightning or what he was using. Turns out it was on chain. I think Kepford said it looked like he was using Green Wallet, which I don't know what Green Wallet is. not familiar. It sounds like Blue Wallet, but it's not. It's green. And blue and green are different things. So I'm pretty sure it's a different kind of wallet. But Keford said, yeah, I sent him on-chain Bitcoin. And pretty cool. I hope he's
That's
not
awesome.
reusing addresses. I hope he's protecting his privacy like a good magician.
That's cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here in Austin that take Bitcoin, like all the pedicab drivers, random people that you run to. Even some of the Uber drivers too take Bitcoin if you ask them. Because I think most of the Cash Apps and I think all the Venmo and even PayPal has Bitcoin now. They rolled out Bitcoin. So that's cool. Good stuff, man. Love to see it. Yeah. Have you ever tipped it? When was the last time you tipped somebody in Bitcoin?
I don't think. I mean, I zap people Bitcoin on Stacker.News obviously
But like
all the time.
recently,
Like a real, like a flesh and
what
blood
about the guy who
human.
delivers the kombucha to you? You ever tip him in Bitcoin?
No, I don't tip
You
him.
don't tip him.
I don't.
Jeez.
Well, he's not. He like works for a company that
Okay.
does delivery. It's
Hey,
like,
man.
yeah,
He walks up
yeah.
flights of stairs.
I don't think so. I don't think I've done this. Maybe at a bar. Maybe back in like 2021.
That was the last time you tipped somebody Bitcoin?
Like a human being in person who wasn't a Bitcoiner. Yeah,
I think I try all the time downstairs at the Capital One, but they always say no.
Yeah, I think it only took me like two failures where I last time I really tried was when I was in Miami for the Bitcoin conference there, and I tried tipping the bellhop in Bitcoin. I asked him if he'd accept Bitcoin, and he's like, "I'm an old man. I don't know that stuff."
Yeah. Somebody came into Plub Lab and they were selling something with those pins, and then I bought it. So I don't know if that counts, but that was the last time
No, that's not. They come in here and they're selling.
Well, that's
Bitcoin stuff.
kind of close. I feel like it's close.
I don't know. I mean, I don't consider spending Bitcoin. I think we're talking about like someone who
When was
isn't
the last
really
time you
Bitcoin.
spent? When's the last time you spent Bitcoin?
I spent it right before this podcast. I spent it all day long.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. The number one story of the week is, wow, Luke is wrong. Data carrier size was about op return since Bitcoin Core version 0.10.0. This is 9,711 sats, 10K boost, 18 comments from Peter Todd. Dude, Peter Todd's dropping boosts to get a point across. Is this true, Keyan? What's going on here?
Yeah, I think he did. I don't know if it's.
He got the number one story of the week point across.
Yeah, I don't think
is Luke actually wrong?
I think he is wrong about the historical meaning of data carrier and data carrier size. As like if Luke ever said that the intent behind these was to stop, had nothing to do with op return and had to do with general data, I think Peter Todd is right in that they do appear to be specifically scoped to op return. And so that's kind of what Peter Todd lays out here, is that he viewed some release notes from 2015 and found explicit references to data carrier, whether you're going to allow op returns or not. That is the configuration parameter there. And then the size that you will allow if you are allowing data carrier transactions.
So for the plebs at home and the stackers that are listening to this, what are these two very smart men battling about?
Yeah, on-chain data that is indirectly related to Bitcoin as money use cases.
Is this an argument that has been going on since 2015?
This is an argument probably going on since the very beginnings of Bitcoin. Peter Todd points out people putting data into blocks and people probably complaining about it back in the first few blocks.
And then Peter Todd saying, "No, bro, it's been." Or yeah, what is the back and forth, I guess?
The context of all of this is the like knots versus core debate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's
who's on whose side? Just so
yeah. So
stackers
Luke is on the not side, which
Okay.
which says that we should be doing everything to deter non-financial transactions on Bitcoin.
Gotcha.
That is like
Okay.
which things that he that him and a lot of people classify as spam. Most Bitcoiners would classify as spam. He says that we should be doing everything we can to not relay these transactions to miners, to get them to miners, and that's what is not Bitcoin Core fork does. Is it does not relay these data containing non-financial transactions that they call spam, an attack on Bitcoin, that kind of thing. And Peter Todd is on the other side of this, where he's like, these transactions are going to get to miners regardless of whether people are running Bitcoin knots and relaying these transactions. So what we should do is actually make, and these transactions are giving fees to Bitcoin miners, which is good for Bitcoin security. So we should actually just let it happen. Stop spending resources on fighting it. It's going to happen anyway. So all those resources won't be well spent if we attempt to stop it. And it's gotten to the point where there are these kind of debates about what things meant in the history, like in the past of Bitcoin. And this is like one of those finer points where Peter Todd sees that Luke is wrong about what data carrier meant.
Did Luke just misremember maybe, or?
Yeah. Well, there's lots of reasons why people are wrong. And Luke doesn't strike me. I mean, I also have a hard time viewing most people as bad intention, but Luke doesn't strike me as being a liar.
Well, he's Catholic. He's not going to lie on purpose.
Well, Catholics lie. They do. I mean,
they also go to confession too. So
yeah,
and repent.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't lie. So he could be going to confession every week for lies he's saying. But
if he sees this, he'll probably repent, I'm sure.
Okay. I just
a joke.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But anyway, people
so lighthearted.
People lie whether they're religious or not. And so my general sense is that Luke isn't a liar.
No, he's not a liar.
Because he's kind of beats the same.
Cares about Bitcoin. I think everybody cares about Bitcoin.
Yeah, and
these two guys care about Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think either is lying. They might be making mistakes and they might be wrong, but they're not. I don't think they're lying. So that's kind of where I sit on whether people are lying or not. But it does appear like Luke is wrong on this very specific point that is, as far as I can tell, like not relevant to whether a person should be running Bitcoin knots or Bitcoin Core. It's kind of like, what is Satoshi's vision? And we should just be following Satoshi's vision. It's like I don't think the history should be determining what we do in the present moment.
What was the top comment? Top comment was from Scoresby. Thanks for posting this. I appreciate the clarity. And then he talked about Taproot. Anything in the comments that you think is worth mentioning or bringing up?
Nothing in particular. There are people that disagree pretty seriously with Peter, or just any disparaging comments made about knots, or one way in the spam debate gets kind of unhinged sort of takes, or ill-informed takes at least.
So they're just hating on Peter, basically.
I think there was some cry harder, scammer, we resist your psyop. It didn't address any of the kind of points made directly.
Oh, okay. Has Luke ever been on Stacker.News, or he's just mostly just on Twitter, right?
He has been on Stacker.News
okay.
before. Yeah.
Okay. So he does come on there every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. We were his Nosters app address for a while.
Oh, cool. So maybe Luke will come back and talk about this.
I don't think so. I think the venue for this debate seems to be primarily X at this point. So that's kind of where everyone already is.
Cool. That's all the top stories this week on Stacker.News Live. Very, very all over the place week, I would say, as far as the top stories. Got me and Keyan heated.
I wasn't very.
Got me heated on one of them, and got you confused on some of them.
Most of them.
So we're all over the place this week. We're gonna jump into the rest of the stuff. I want to bring up a new segment. It's called AI Bitcoin. This is from Optimism. Every week he does a This Week in Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, This Week in AI. This one's this week. It's called The Gloom of the Vibe. And he referenced KR's posts are the men who know the most gloomy. Did you see this post?
Yes, I did see that post.
He said in 1955, Einstein and a dozen scientists wrote to Congress about the danger of nuclear weapons, saying the men who know the most are the most gloomy. And KR asked, how do the men who know the most about today's most commonly cited danger, AI, feel? Optimism at the top comment. He goes, most likely because I agree with the message. It tries to convey a cautious approach, highlighting vulnerability, not in software written, but in the marketing approach and vision carried out by the leaders. I think the real danger is that people actually listen to Sam Altman. Thus far, he seems to be winning, which is worrisome. You get worried about Sam Altman, don't you, Keyan?
No.
I don't get worried about the guy, to be honest. It doesn't strike me as somebody. There's a book that's coming out about him. It's a very salacious book, but it's a very negative book about him. But looking forward to reading that. But yeah, I don't really get a bad vibe about him.
Oh, I think he's definitely ambitious to the point where he probably doesn't care too much about people and cares more about fulfilling his ambitions. So yeah, I have that feeling about him, but I don't have any other feelings about him.
Yeah, he had a couple of them. Some CEOs go all in on the vibe. Coinbase CEO explains why he fired engineers who didn't try AI immediately. This was another one. I don't know if you saw this post. This was kind of funny. Brian Armstrong apparently fired some people.
Oh,
this was hilarious.
Yeah, I think I read that, but I actually don't remember it. I must have read it a while ago.
There's a lot of really good posts here. Check it out, Stackers. This Week in AI on Stacker.News. Yeah, I don't think there's another. I keep saying this every week, but I don't think there's another Bitcoin AI weekly newsletter. But the one on Stacker.News is definitely worth subscribing to. So all you got to do is do this, and then you hit subscribe. Right? Is that all you got to do? Is that how that works?
Yeah. What are you trying to subscribe to?
This Week in AI.
Oh, you can't subscribe to This Week in AI specifically. You could subscribe to Optimism.
Oh, so you just got to go here, Optimism.
Yeah.
And then you go here.
Yeah, and then you subscribe to his posts.
Boss. There you go.
Posts, I don't know.
Boom. That's all you do, Stackers. The next one I wanted to bring up was this one. This other AI Bitcoin post was funny. This was also from KR. He had prove you're not AI. You have 1 minute to leave a comment that proves you're a human and not an AI robot. Go. And then he had all the stackers do it. This was hilarious. I thought this was hilarious. Yeah. He made one stacker made this, which was basically Stacker.News. And I think it won.
Yeah, handwritten.
Handwritten.
Which an AI does not have hands as far as I know yet.
Not yet.
Pretty convincing.
Yeah. And then what was another one that I saw? I'm not a robot. That was a CAPTCHA. This one was sort of funny. What's this one? Pencil. You ask. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, a lot of people ended up just kind of cursing and saying profanities to prove they're not, at least not a woke AI.
Yeah. How would you prove you're not an AI, Keyan?
I don't know. I don't think you can through a digital medium. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't even hold your thing anymore, right? And do that.
Yeah, you can't do it. A picture doesn't work.
Can't even do that.
Yeah, it's not really sufficient.
Man, we might not even be real right now at this point.
It's true. This might be a Google banana.
We could just be.
What is it called? Banana.
I mean, we could just be AI.
Something.
We could just be figments of
the photography thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why couldn't AIs have cryptographic keys? And that would require the other humans to know what my valid cryptographic keys are, which are somehow I've gotten those to them in person, probably. Otherwise, I could have transmitted to them digitally, which I could have just been. It's the same problem again. It can produce a script that can generate a key. So it can, I don't think it even requires a hallucination. Yeah, I don't get the idea. I think it's the idea that somehow cryptographic keys solve the like Sybil problem of online identity and online personhood. I think it's just like it's sort of like pushing off the issue. It's like, yeah, there's the issue where you can't prove yourself, but we have this other thing, and then we'll ignore all the issues with that and how AI
think
can like subvert
so.
that. But it's the solution.
So I gotta, so the only thing that actually proves, damn, I hate saying this because it sucks. So the only thing that actually proves that you're human, is your eye.
Why?
So your eye, your actual eyeball,
Yeah.
has there's a podcast. I'll share it in the show notes if I find the thing. There's a podcast that talks about how the eyeball is the only thing that's actually that is unique, more so than a fingerprint, that each human has. I'll share the podcast where it talks about this. Anyway, long story short, that's why it's scary that the whole WorldCoin thing is doing that thing with the eyeball, and that's why in Blade Runner, Philip K. Dick did the eyeball thing, the eyeball scanner.
Well, they are unique, but I don't see why an AI couldn't make another unique eyeball. Like I don't,
because it's a God thing, Keyan. That's why you can't reproduce an eyeball like that.
Okay, so you think the eye can only come from God? Like God?
It's literally from like a woman. It takes DNA. It actually takes, like, I'll share the podcast where he talks about it.
Okay, so you think
it's not reproducible. Yeah, it's not reproducible outside of the womb.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think that's true.
It's serious. I'm serious. Like unless the guy's lying, but he's like a doctor who like is specialized in like and all this stuff.
I don't know. I feel like if you get an atom for atom printer like that, I feel like I could just print an arbitrary eye. I just don't see why. I don't get why it's as far as it's a physical thing. And I get
Tower of Babel, bro. That's all I'm saying.
What does that mean?
Exactly. All right. So,
well,
that's what I'm saying. I'll share the podcast so you can listen to it.
I'm not going to listen to it.
You're so upset.
I'm not upset. I just hate where everything becomes like, I'm going to give you homework and then you'll get it.
Well, I don't know how to explain it because I'm not the genius. I don't know how to explain it. But there's a podcast that explains it better than I can.
Okay, well that's cool. It's not sufficient for me to agree with you.
You don't have to agree with me. I'm just telling you. For the stackers at home that want to listen, I'll share it later in the thing.
Okay, share it with them.
Yeah, then maybe somebody will write up. Kefford will love. Kefford's listening to this right now. Kefford, you would love this, so maybe you can share a post on Stacker.News. That way, Keyan can read it.
I just feel like that's not I feel like that's not God's like direct handiwork.
No, it is. Like the eyeball, literally. That's why, dude. That's why the WorldCoin is so like, really like, it's the other side doing it. It's like, it's all over it. It's so weird. That's why it's the other side doing it. It's like they know exactly what to go for. It's really scary. Anyway, that's AI Bitcoin this week. We're also going to be doing another segment. It's called a Wumble Pick. We didn't have time to do it this week, Wumble, because Keyan didn't have time to read it, but next week he will.
Yeah, if I'm expected to kind of talk about something, I kind of want to know what I'm going to talk about before, so I don't have to be like, hey, I'm going to send you guys a podcast after this podcast. You guys can learn. I'm just kidding, but
no,
yeah,
Keyan's happy to do it.
We
just have to get it to him on Thursday. So
we're gonna try to do like a more one little short educational segment based on a Stacker.News post. Is the idea?
Yeah. So Wumble's gonna pick one every week, and then Keyan will talk about it. And yeah, we'll learn. And then I just wanted to share this one. This was my post this week. Was early day, so I recorded with Joe from Unchained, and I don't know if you saw this episode, but from the people that did see it, they say they really enjoyed it.
Hello, Joe. Welcome to Early Days.
I don't think Joe does a lot of podcasts, right?
I think he does, but I think he only does them with like CNBC and like bigger.
Oh, I see.
With like bigger people. So the fact that he came over here and did it, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's big, dude. He's like big
star.
He's like big star.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you gotta check it out, Stackers. The other one is Keyan's. Your post was this one, Relai Sunsets Lightning Network Integration.
Yeah, I thought this was I don't know, I thought this was kind of big news. Basically so Relai is kind of like the bull Bitcoin, I believe, of like Switzerland or
Cool.
perhaps like broader Europe. I'm not exactly sure because I don't live there, but they're kind of like a bull Bitcoin in the sense that they are a non-custodial exchange. That is, you buy Bitcoin from them using fiat, and they send it directly to cold storage or some wallet that is in your own control. And I guess their phone app had on it the ability, I think, to withdraw via Lightning, and also had the ability to send out any self-custody Bitcoin that was on your phone app via Lightning. And they said that just people weren't using it, and they were having a lot of issues with it. The implementation, like they didn't want to have to spend more time managing the implementation, and given how little adoption there was on the part of their customers, they decided to stop supporting it. And so I think in this fee environment where blocks are like sort of empty and fees are below 1 sat per VByte now, it kind of makes sense.
It's interesting, like we were just talking about Startup Day Yucatan and Meridia, and it's like all the grassroots plebs that are using Lightning. And then we're seeing like this higher echelon group of people that are looking up, I'm not pointing them out or anything, but like these higher echelon people are just like buying Bitcoin, or they're buying it through securities or ETFs and stuff. But it's like all these grassroots level people are still using Lightning. So I think there is this kind of gap that we're seeing. So
I think it's it's like a matter of the amount of Bitcoin you have. And so if you're using an exchange, you're probably not buying 100 sats worth of Bitcoin at a time. You're probably buying, significant volume of Bitcoin. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense maybe to use Lightning for that use case. So so I don't really see this as like a sign that there's something bad going on with Lightning, so much as like, maybe Lightning on an exchange doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially this type of exchange. If it's more like an exchange like Coinbase, where you're letting Coinbase custody the Bitcoin for you, maybe you want to send off 100, 1,000, 5,000 sats at a time. And the fee, having a low fee for that makes a lot of sense. But if you were like, DCAing your life savings, I don't really know why you're trying to save 10 sats at a time. Probably it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess RoboSats is the only Lightning exchange out there, right? That's non-KYC.
Yeah, there are very few non-KYC exchanges, but there are a few peer-to-peer non-KYC exchanges. One of them is Peach, I believe.
Oh yeah, Peach.
Yeah, Peach. Of course, RoboSats is Lightning native. I think they only do Lightning, and they're like federated and anonymous and stuff. I think Peach might have reputations. There's also, I think, Vexel in I believe the Czech Republic, or at least based in the Czech Republic. They're also a peer-to-peer exchange. I know there's one that operated in Brazil, run by Ray Youssef.
Oh yeah.
I forget
how did his project ever turn out?
That was, I think, a shitcoin exchange, like peer-to-peer shitcoin stuff. But I think it was still.
Didn't he write like a white paper or something? Whatever happened with that?
I think they were planning to do a decentralized exchange, where they had written up a pretty complicated protocol, and I don't know what state that's in. I know they had some good hackers working on it, but those things are very tricky to get working right. So
yeah, interesting.
I think you might also be able to do Lightning now on Bisq. Maybe even join market. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, you said it reminds me of folks sunsetting on-chain payments over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I was talking to an OG, and he said that like this happened to Bitcoin, where like people went away from it for a little while and then they came back to it. And it's the same thing like that's happening to Lightning. People go away from it and then they'll come back to it. You just gotta be there when they do.
Yeah.
And keep building in the meantime.
Yeah, people who are like this is like a hobby for them, or like Lightning was like a hobby for a on-chain Bitcoin company. Yeah, it makes sense for them to ditch it. Just like the payment processors who integrated Bitcoin, or the merchants who integrated Bitcoin in some like bull run, eventually got tired of their hobby and removed it. I don't know if Overstock.com still has Bitcoin, like accepts
Yeah, I think
Bitcoin.
Microsoft and like AT&T did it too at certain
Yeah, I
points.
remember Stripe had Bitcoin support very briefly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's a very like thing to do.
So it's like becomes fashionable, and then it's not fashionable. And you
Yeah.
know who the like not posers, but you know people who maybe didn't really get a lot of value from it, or yeah.
Cool. We're gonna jump into meta real quick. We have Stacker.News monthly. What's this, Keyan?
Yeah, so Simple Stacker is going to take a close look at Stacker News activity, specifically, I think, around posts, but maybe they plan to expand out otherwise. But they're going to take a close look at Stacker News activity for each month, and then do their data science-y things. So they pull out some really interesting stats here, like I think in the month of July, Stackers earned on average nearly 2 sats per word that was written on Stacker News, which is like kind of a cool stat that I wasn't aware of. So they're like they're looking at all the data and kind of pulling out, I don't know, insights from it. Like for here, he has the top stackers by the number of items posted, and I guess undisciplined is at the top there. And he also
they even have their favorite word.
Yeah, it's their favorite word, the word they're using the most. But like Blockchain Boog is using construction the most.
What does he use the word construction?
Well, because they run the construction engineering.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
when does Blockchain Boog say construction?
Yeah, they have
That's
an
hilarious.
interesting construction. And Gray Ruby, I guess, says game a lot because they're Stacker Sports territory founder. A lot of stackers use the word stacker a lot. Econ is within I guess each territory. We also have the favorite word.
I would like to find out when the first time the word stacker was used on Stacker News. See if you can find that out. That would be cool.
Oh, it's probably back in 2021.
Yeah, I would like to find out like who was the person that called somebody a stacker, like on Stacker News.
Oh, that was intentional by me.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when was the first post like where somebody was like, oh, hey, what's up, stacker? Or like, he's a stacker, like on Stacker News.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that might be different. But I created like a Telegram chat very early for like customer support, and that was called Stackers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wonder when it was used. Maybe it was your first post where you said you're a stacker.
No, definitely not. It required like conscious effort for me to even start like giving something a name. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wonder where that term came from and like who used it first. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah,
that's cool. Top territories: Bitcoin, Stacker Sports, Econ, AI. AI has been taking off really well.
It gets a lot of posting.
Yeah, I post in there all the time.
It's just like one of the most active things going on in the world right now.
Yeah, it's a good territory. I'm glad that he picked it back up. I don't know who had it first. I don't remember.
I think it was David W.
Oh. Builder. So like, remember I told you I optimized it? It works. I optimized it down on the posting. I like where it's at now. I like the post amount now. So I feel like putting it to 500 sets, the place it should be in. So I think that definitely worked. It's just enough where it's like, if you're going to post, you're going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dr. Orlov from RGB, the RGB protocol, they created an RGB territory for a while, and they made their posting costs like 10,000 sats because they didn't want anyone to post in it. Or maybe they've made it 100,000 sats. I don't know, but it was pricey. But it was effective at.
Well, we've been posting it on our Twitter. So I think that's been helping drive traffic there too. So I think that's been helping too as well. So anytime somebody posts in the builders territory, we'll also share it on Twitter. and then that'll drive traffic there. And
Yeah.
then zaps and then comments. So we've been doing that every time I see like a new builders post. That's it. You know, that's a legit one, not just like a scammy one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll post it on Twitter if I get a chance.
Cool.
So I think that's been helping. What else? Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
Awesome. I thought really cool stuff you can do with data now.
The next one is multi-step wallet form. What's this?
Yeah. So our wallet forms before, if you were like attaching Alby Hub or whatever to Stacker.News to use as your non-custodial wallet, you would have to like kind of tab through your send setting and then your receive setting. So this is like kind of what you're more familiar with, where it like sort of handholds you through setting up one thing. So it's like that.
Sucks.
That was from EK. So Socks did the ability to disable live comments, so that if you find them distracting, like comments coming onto your page while you're maybe reading or writing. I think this is more for someone like, well, specifically requested by Optimism, who said they sometimes will they'll be writing a long comment, doing lots of research.
That makes sense for him, yeah.
And they don't want to get...
Yeah, because he writes those really long posts. I could see that. I find them very like especially at night, because I like browsing Stacker.News at night. Like when I'm here in the lab and I'm like writing something or whatever, and then I'll see it pop up. It's like super cool. It's like, oh hell yeah, like I can talk to somebody.
Yeah, it's a little dopamine rush.
It's very cool at night. Like, good job, Socks. Because at night it's like that's when it's like the best. Because you're not expecting anybody.
Yeah, you feel kind of alone, and then you're like, oh, I'm not.
Yeah, you feel kind of lurkish a little bit, but then you're like, oh, I'm not alone. Somebody's still up. And then if it's somebody you like, you're like, oh, cool. Then you start talking to them at night.
If it's someone you don't like,
I haven't ran into that problem yet.
All right.
Yeah, Stacker.News doesn't really. The late night Stacker.News is not really pumping, but when it is pumping, it's good.
Occasionally, yeah. Okay, so that was one thing. The other thing was Simple Stacker added a table of contents markdown.
Cool.
Just kind of a niche thing.
The ability of set a cursor limit.
Yeah.
Added support for GitHub code spaces. When are you? What else? When are you adding some cool stuff?
Cool stuff should be back. I'm hoping we can do some experimental stuff in September.
What's coming? Give us a taste.
No tastes for you, sir.
What are you?
One of them is going to be a private beta, and then the other one, which probably won't release until the end of there. The other stuff should be more some of the territory stuff that we've talked about.
Ooh, maybe you should come to the Yucatan and do some territory announcements.
No, I won't do any announcements. If I go to the Yucatan, I'm there to lie on the beach, party. I'm there to party. I'm going to
Okay, so
Startup Day Cancun.
So
you guys might be to Startup Day.
So come to Startup Day Yucatan, and then party with Muzz. There you go.
Does Muzz know how to party though?
Yeah, he knows how to party, dude. All right. Yeah, cool. And then we got what else we got here? Oh, we got some comments here. Simple Stacker said, highlighting YouTube comments is cool. I wonder if there are any people who watch us now on YouTube, other platforms, but aren't active on SN. Probably. Undisciplined said, I'd wager most of those bots are not on Stacker.News. Cool. What else we got? Blood Poet, we got a new zine this week. It's called the Sovereignty Zine, Keyan. Oh, I barely saw the SNZ on there. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, it looks like I like the topic. I like sovereignty as a topic.
Nice. You're either moving towards sovereignty or moving away from it.
Check it out. You can read the web version or
just
at cost.
Hardcore.
With free shipping, you can get the print version.
Oh wow! When did you make these things? Oh, I love this. Oh man, this is so Blood Poet.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, you can read the web version or you can purchase the print. Check it out, Stackers. Let me zap. There you go. The next one is, what do we got? The next one is Fountain Boost. So Fountain Boost from last week's episode. Undisciplined said economists give money far less thought than you could comprehend. What do you think about that, Keyan?
Um, yeah, I mean, it seems that way, but I'm surprised that it is that way. I would think that it's one of the main things that they think about. I feel like it's like the pillar. It's my pillar, but maybe just because I'm a Bitcoin person and I think about money a lot.
I think it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. Strong dollar, strong boomer. Blockchain boog, zap. And then Great Ruby, thank you for the zaps. We had some YouTube comments. This one was from Lucas. He said, "Hi guys, regarding your comment on this government being a baby steps kind of guy, let me tell you that he does not hold a majority on the Senate, and the way government works here, this means he has his hands tied. Regarding on what he can do, he initially proposed a big package of reforms that the Senate rejected and had to be watered down a lot in order to get some of it approved. I think he is also tippy-toeing around the issue since we have legislative elections on October, which allowed him more leeway if he wins." Great video. Greetings from Argentina.
Oh, thanks so much.
There you go. We got some insight. So, yeah, I guess we don't know what we're talking about, so we need to shut up.
We definitely don't. I definitely don't know what's going on in Argentina, but it's
Neither do I.
Cool to hear.
There you go. Thanks for the insight, Lucas, from the ground. I guess we need to keep our mouth shut. Hey, you learn every day. Next one was from Merogo, whatever. He says, "We all get BTC at the price we deserve. Still respect anyone who admits they're wrong. They're still very early in the global adoption cycle. 1 million by 2029 seems very likely." This was from the Kenneth Rogoff one. I don't remember that one. Oh, that was the Harvard one, the guy who went back. So, I don't know. You got any thoughts on that, Keyan?
Yeah, I don't think he admitted he was wrong in like a humble way. So I don't think there's any respect to be dealt to him for admitting he was wrong.
Did you hear about that UFO guy from Harvard? The same guy who predicted the remember that little like the asteroid or whatever? There was like some asteroid that was flying and through the solar system. Did you hear about that, Ted?
Yeah, it's like a
and
flying.
And now there's another UFO that's like coming through the solar. Did you hear about that? Can you come talk about it?
I can't talk about it.
Okay, Ted's gonna come tell us about UFO thing.
I have a friend who I know from my space lab days. The two of us would work side by side, and he is convinced it's a UFO. He doesn't see any other plausible explanation as to why that Okanua or
this guy right here. There's like
the one that's flying through our solar system.
Well, he was the same.
It's
it's also a Harvard guy.
Is it similar?
This thing right here. This thing right here.
Is it a comet?
Yeah, so there's something that's flying. I think this is it. That's are flying through our solar system.
I think it's a video. There it goes, right there. So apparently, there's a Harvard guy who was wrong about Bitcoin, and then there's a Harvard guy who was like predicting this like Owinawa thing, and then there's another Harvard guy who's telling there's a alien spacecraft at the edge of our solar system.
It's the same guy.
Oh, it's the same guy with the Bitcoin prediction.
Not the Bitcoin prediction.
Oh, can you scroll down just a little bit? I'm just
yeah,
what NASA says.
What is NASA saying?
It's fast.
Yeah, that's kind of what and I think it accelerated was why they.
The last one accelerated in the wrong direction.
Well, it's because they're looking at VR.
Was it towards the sun or?
Why is he looking?
Accelerated away
oh,
from
there
the
it goes,
sun,
right there.
I think was the issue.
There it goes,
so
Ted.
Acting
there
like
it goes, right there.
Sail. What my friend thinks is it's a solar sail.
What does that mean?
It's basically just a sail, like a large flat object.
Light pushes it.
Yeah,
that's basically what it means. Like wind pushes a sail of a boat. Light from the sun.
Can you speak English, please?
Pushes it.
It's a large piece of paper, like a flat piece of paper.
Okay.
And that is clearly not a natural object that would form something like that. We don't know of any sort of way that, for example,
that's what you're saying? That right there, the Ted Williams tunnel. Oh, crap. It's the size of Manhattan.
Oh, I guess they're just doing size comparison. I mean, this says, I think we didn't know the other one was weird until it started accelerating out of the solar system. Because I think it was maybe accelerating in, which is what you'd expect as it's going closer to the sun. But then the fact that it started accelerating out was the question mark. We did know that it was an interstellar object, so it's coming from outside the solar system. But that could come from the Kuiper Belt or other things that are very deep space.
That guy right there, that's the guy who predicted Bitcoin's price wrong?
No.
I also wouldn't give too much credence in terms of like their ability to predict Bitcoin versus their
Oh,
ability,
so
you know,
they're
it's
so
just
you're saying they're not the same. So you're saying that's two different things.
two different things. Like, but I mean, there's maybe something to be
Because
said.
Harvard's it's still a reputable place, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I would look at like more of the JPL guys or John Hopkins, or University of Colorado.
Has Elon talked about this, or the Star Talk guy?
I'm
Neil
sure
deGrasse
Elon's
Tyson?
got the best info on things like this.
What
But
did
a
he
lot of it is
say?
just like we are limited in our like ability to observe it because all we're looking at is the light bouncing off of it. So we're kind of getting like a 2D snapshot of this thing. And we like to think that, oh yeah, we just have all the best sensors, and we do, but it's still just like a really pixelated photograph that we're getting, just a few pixels on this stuff. It's dark. It's a dark blob of rock, not much reflectiveness unless there's a lot of water composition in there. There's no sort of gravitational distortion that we can see with a small object. So we're kind of just relying on the light that bounces off of it.
Yeah, I don't know what to think, honestly.
Yeah, and that's all of that science is pretty young as far
When
as
is
I
it
understand.
supposed to hit
Yeah,
us?
so there's like
I also don't trust this guy, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
pleb
look at
a
Spidey
lot of
sense,
risk in making error.
pleb Spidey sense, all going all over the place here. Do not trust that
Seems
guy.
like a happy dude. I would
No, I'm
definitely-
sure he has a family. I'm sure he's great, but pleb Spidey sense going off,
I
firing off.
trust.
Do not trust him.
I definitely do not trust astrophysicists. Just
I mean, look at him.
because-
He kind of looks like the same guy who gave us COVID. Remember? What's that guy's name?
Anthony Fauci.
Yeah, he looks like Fauci. Do not trust
I
anything.
mean, I think he's
What's
just roughly his image and his clean. He's wearing a suit and maybe has similar glasses.
No, you want bearded. If you're a physicist and you don't have a beard, like you're kind of a junior physicist, you got it. Once you get a big white kind of unkept beard, and
Yeah.
and generally like they don't like to be on TV, and when they do, they don't make any sense, and they kind of scare the
I'm
journalists.
not trusting
That's
anything
the
this
guy
guy's
you
telling
want.
me. So this is the guy that brought us this?
He's probably the other guy is like he's the guy who's like presentable, but Harvard's like not. I mean, they probably have great astrophysicists, but they're maybe not the best in terms of experimental physics or like telescope people. So like
Yeah.
you kind of want a combination of the telescope people and the.
Isn't
Yeah,
it
guys.
Princeton that has the better theoretical physics department?
Princeton was where Einstein worked, I believe, either Princeton or Cornell. But
This isn't that's not astrophysics, so it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
my old university, University of Colorado, they had the most astronauts coming out of it, but
Oh,
maybe not the best. Like, I mean, you basically want JPL, and like it divides based on discipline. So within space, there's many different areas, and astrophysics is one area, and then that divides. Like, do you care more about planets? Do you care more about thinking about dark energy? In which case, you're more of just like a mathematician kind of person.
yeah.
And I've been in some amazing heated debates between theoretical physicists and experimental physicists, and they just like tear each other to shreds, but they're both very founded in like being rational and logical, and they're also extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
But man, they get into
Oh, so he's saying the market will crash. The markets will crash if it proves to be true. Oh man, this feels like a setup.
what evidence do they know of this being a pro?
That's what I'm saying. Like this just feels
Long
like
and flat. See
this
that?
feels like a Fauci thing already. Like this just. I'm sorry, my pleb Spidey sense is going off right now. I just can't trust it.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to fly very close to Venus, I think. In October. And then
Oh wait, in October.
yeah, here it is. That's a trajectory of it. I don't know if that's obviously all of those things will be moving, and so I think during the Earth will be on the other side of the sun when it passes.
Oh man.
Yeah, where we could view it
Damn it.
is the other thing.
Have you seen this
makes
comment
them
thing,
suspicious.
Topher?
Yeah, we might have something.
Have you seen this?
We got another UFO.
Have you seen this UFO thing?
Another one?
Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
another
No, it's the
one.
second one.
He said another one.
Yeah.
Wait, have you not heard about this?
When's it get here?
In October.
Well, it's not.
October, or just in time to pick me up?
Yeah.
No, but it's
There you
going to
go.
Venus though. It's not coming.
It's coming to Startup Day.
Someone ordered for the wrong location.
Oh,
Dropped the pin on the wrong planet. Fucking.
Anyways,
Although you got to say, like, if they are aliens and they're all coming from the same place, like, and you're looking at the solar system, like, it could be Venus, could be Mars, could be Earth. Like Venus and Earth, like, there's both atmospheres. So if they're able to see atmospheres, I could see why an alien civilization would send a probe to each planet.
They wouldn't do like a
Oh,
fake
no.
invasion. You think they wouldn't do a fake
Well,
invasion?
maybe it's just a probe. They're just trying to, get.
I think
couple
Ted and
cows.
I are more on the side of aliens, and you're more on the side the government is doing a psyop.
I don't think
So we
it
have
would be
to-
the government. That's the thing. I don't think it would be the government.
What do you think? You think the aliens are doing a psyop?
No, I think it would. I actually think.
Aliens government.
No, you guys think it would be the government. I don't think it would be the government. I think it would be like deep state.
Oh, I think those. I
think it would. I think it would be a well coordinated, like multinational, like group effort around the world. Yeah,
deep. Yeah,
the same people that
deep
brought
earth.
you COVID. It would be like those people.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but I think I'm more in the camp of I prefer thinking about this actually being aliens, like that.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I wish.
Do you think they have eyes?
Oh no, if
Get
they
that sort of-
did, they probably would. It would be like a. It wouldn't be like an actual entity. It would be like a. It would be like a robots or something.
Drones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Right.
cool
I mean, what would you think it would be?
I'm just like so heartbroken we didn't get more pictures of that first UFO. Like, I really hope we get something out there for the second one. But
Because it's
I
just
know we
like
can
the
do more.
nearest star is what Alpha Centauri. It's like 20 light years away, right?
2.7.
2.7. Yeah. So like that's where it would come from. It wouldn't.
No, I mean this could be, it could be ancient. I watch a lot of like Star Trek and stuff. This could be like something that's been floating around the galaxy or what do we call it, the universe for billions of years even. It could be a very early alien species that sent out a probe that's just gathering data.
Or maybe it
that's,
was
like archiving.
Maybe it was maybe it was like Mars and that sent it out like before we were.
Yeah, exactly.
It could have been us.
They would have had to aim it though. Like, if it is coming from an intelligence, like the odds of just hitting a solar system.
Yeah, but
unless
what
they
if,
send out a bajillion.
what if it has like some kind of intelligent, like machine intelligent sort of like self-direction?
Do you ever
Right,
see-
but it's so hard to self-direct. Like the scales are so large, right? That like if you're just flying through deep space, like you want to slingshot your way to places. I mean, maybe they've got special technology.
Did you ever see the
that
movie
can do
Sphere?
stuff.
Did you ever see the
Well,
movie
if they're
Sphere?
making it to us, they obviously.
This is where I'm glad I watched so many movies
It's a
growing
solar
up.
sail.
Did you ever see the movie Sphere?
Domain of guessing.
Yeah, the movie Sphere.
I see.
So in the
Probably
movie,
two out there.
the movie Sphere,
Solar
they
sails.
basically
Who
sent them.
knows, maybe it's like
It,
antimatter.
it was
or
basically
something. Which is,
us that sent our
Yeah.
own spaceship back around to
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Two conversations going on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
God, I hope
Anyways.
it's UFOs. It's probably not.
I don't think we'll see it. I don't know, but this guy looks like Fauci. I mean,
It's still fucking weird that last one was accelerating. Like, we don't have an answer to that, and that's like very annoying. It's very like in your face too, where it's like
what
so
this one,
close.
the other one, the
other one.
Amaralis,
It was just like all they have is like Doppler shift, right?
the
Like, that's
Omanoa one,
basically.
that one right there.
I think we're pretty confident that it was
This one.
accelerating. I assume it's Doppler shift, but that seems like a pretty.
So this one just flew away. We never got to
Yeah.
see it. Is what you're saying?
No, we saw it, but we just only saw so much. We only gathered so much information. So if there could be some other cause of the Doppler shift, like it's emitting light behind it that makes us think it's accelerating, but it's actually
Yeah.
just kicked on the afterburner or something.
Yeah.
Or who knows?
Oh,
Oh, I didn't realize that one even came that close.
Yeah, it came real close and then just booked it out of there. And also, we're not even.
Oh, there it
100%
goes.
sure
That was
about
the
shape. That's the thing. Like,
that was what it did.
there's an argument.
Yeah, dude. Look at
It's
that.
like, yo, see you later, Earth.
People argue if
That's
it's
cool.
cylindrical or if it's a flat piece of paper. But the argument against it being a
It looks like
a
it
flat
picks
piece of
some.
paper
It looks like it picks somebody up, bro. It's like
Yeah.
freak off of Earth.
Yeah, it's like
That's
a
what it
movie.
literally did. It literally picked somebody
Who
up.
do
It's
we know
like
who disappeared?
it's
at that
like
time?
it's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Jim's
Galaxy.
in here right now. So
It's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Yeah.
Galaxy. It
A
went
little
like
bit
this.
down.
It's like
If he reappears right when the next one comes, then we'll know.
it looks like
Yeah.
it totally picked somebody
Then he
up. It's like
disappears
get me
again.
off of Earth.
Oh, he comes back, is what you're saying.
Like-
Maybe it's the same object. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
just
maybe
get
it's
back.
like maybe
Yeah.
this other one's picking the rest of those people up too.
Dropping them off at school and coming and picking them up.
It's like see you
It's-
later.
yeah.
Yeah, one of the reasons I'm so excited about Starship is that we'll be able to put these large telescopes behind the moon.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's clearly intentional.
Yeah, this is picking
Well,
some. This is
I mean,
picking somebody up.
There are probably other things that do that, and so like on the background of that,
That
is
was the first. That's the first one.
No, like they see that there's so them
Had
exiting off of
backcasting mercury
Earth.
from
That's
interstellar
a
space.
slingshot.
Oh, okay. Well,
But we've only been looking for like 100 years.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's what that looked like. Oh,
Well, so that's the debate. Is
Dude,
it?
It's a grain of. It's like a rice grain.
Yeah. So we don't actually know.
Uncle Ben's.
There's an argument that that's actually flat, and we're just looking at it at an angle, and so it looks like it's a cylinder. That's the argument of my friend. And then of course these renders are based. If you actually look at the source data, it's like
Yeah, they're
you cannot distill this much data from it.
extrapolated.
I
This
mean-
is just like what it would look like if it was a reasonable asteroid.
I mean, honestly, like it kind of looks like the bit what is it? The Cash App wallet,
Oh, it's a bit key.
the bit key.
What?
It
Doesn't
looks
it?
more like a ledger to me.
No, but I'm saying like I feel like the more our technology gets like advanced, it's gonna start looking more like just like rocks and like
That's like that.
like pebbles and stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like that stone that
marble.
appeared with the
Yeah.
monkeys. That big square stone.
It kind of looks like a monolith. Yeah,
That's probably what it was.
yeah.
And we missed it.
Dude,
That's
what if
crazy.
it's like a fossilized alien dick and it's just a huge,
Yeah.
it's just like
What's
this,
going
this,
on with you?
this huge.
Every
world.
week it's just getting more sexual. What's going on with you, Keyan?
Maybe I just
All right, let's
Ugh.
let's end the show. I think that's everything we got. Oh yeah, we gotta do the top snackers real quick. Top snackers. You want to put on your hat?
Oh, top Cowboys, you mean?
Oh yeah, top Cowboys. Keyan, top Cowboys, Siggy 47, Koo, Blockchain Boog, Ray Ruby,
Yeah,
Usual
lots of
Suspects.
exciting. No change.
Optimism 12,
So-
OT Carter.
So unchained.
That's Nick Carter for people that are
Shut
wondering. Soaks, Simple Stacker, K-Zone, Webster,
Go Cowboys.
EK, Pleb Poet, Philippe,
I feel like Pleb Poet's moved up. Maybe not.
Hard Money, yeah. Usual Suspects, Albie, Nerd Ninja, CLR, Dot. Yeah, pretty good stuff. And that's all of them. I didn't even break it this week.
There you are. You were at like 90.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's been busy this week. Cool. Keyan, what are you doing this weekend?
Yeehaw. Probably nothing. Probably absolutely nothing. Lots of peering into a computer screen and trying to make things change on other computer screens.
Cool. Ted, what are you doing this week, Ted?
I am moving downtown tomorrow.
Shut
up.
Are you really?
That's my first actually
that
intentional
where-
place that I've.
Is that where you decided after all the places that you're looking at?
I looked at all these different buildings. I ended up going with North Shore over with some other Bitcoiners we know.
Wow.
Just doxed myself. That was
Yeah, you
crazy.
did. Yeah. That,
Why did you
great.
decide? Why did you decide out of all the places? Because I know you're looking west, east, south,
Convenient.
north.
It's convenient, nice. I'm a big sucker for windows. I got a really nice looking window.
They have great windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What side are you?
It is a bull
wanna
run.
dox
It's gonna be a
more?
bull run.
Do you have roommates or?
I'll tell you guys after the pod.
Okay.
exactly what's
Okay,
happening
so
right
you're
now.
moving. Do you need help?
I appreciate that. I don't think so,
Okay.
but yeah. I
Yeah, let me
appreciate
know. I'll be here at the
that.
lab if you want me
I'll
to
need
walk
to
over.
break it in at some point, so you can
Yeah.
help me crack a bottle of water.
I'll be here tomorrow, so if you need help, you need me to walk over. I don't
Appreciate
mind
it.
helping.
Yep.
Cool. I'll just be working tomorrow.
Yeah.
Topher, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh, you're going to Brotilla, right? Yeah, that should be fun.
It'll be floating.
Be
Brotilla.
floating with all the ladies, all the honeys.
Do you guys actually get honeys? Yeah. Wow.
He's like, yeah, like a Chad. He's like, where else are they gonna go?
The honeys? They don't have anywhere to go?
No, they
like-
go.
like
They go
bees?
with. They go with all the Bitcoiners.
Oh,
You think they're gonna hang out with a bunch of?
We'll be undercover.
Oh, be undercover. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, that's all we got, Stackers. Have yourself a great weekend.